Yeah. I was riding around in the V12 with the racks in the middle. Had to pray to Almighty God, they let my dog out the kennel. When you get it straight up by the mud, you can't imagine this shit. I've been pulling up in the drop tops with the baddest bitches.
This nigga think we playing?
Guess what?
What, nigga?
Watch out for that white bitch.
What? Oh, yeah. Cuz, get that nigga, cuz, get that nigga, cuz.
I'm out this bitch. Finesse they goofy ass.
From 1969, 71, 72, we started blowing each other's brains out. 65, we were calling each other brothers. And so that's just a 5-year span. I'm saying, how did we go from being brothers in 5 years to kill that nigga?
Crip gang.
Damn, this nigga wasn't lying. Hey, bust at these crab ass niggas.
These niggas don't want it with us, blood on power roof.
So what?
One of the questions we got a few times is what is the history of? Can you speak on why Crips and Bloods hate each other?
Reagan and crack and the guns. They put guns and dope in the neighborhoods. It wasn't like that all at first.
Make no doubt about it. The CIA created both the Blood and Crip gangs. They're both were CIA operated, CIA funded, and they've done this all over America.
Crap. Talk shit and I'ma bust your lip.
1972. At the Hollywood Palladium, a group of Crips confronted 5 young men leaving a concert. 16-year-old Robert Ballou refused to give up his leather coat, and a fight broke out.
Taking leather coats and, you know, was a way of a lifestyle for us.
Crip founder Raymond Lee Washington disapproves of the use of guns. He believes that real men prove themselves with their fists. But in 1974, Washington is jailed for second-degree robbery.
Black revolutionary independent mafia, you feel me? That's what we represent.
West Side Blood Gang, niggas know what I'm about, and they know I'm rough riding, so they knock they self out.
Now I ride with my best 45 in my tech, big 4 and a 6-4 like I'm in the West.
To combat Crip expansion, the Black P. Stones approach other gangs.
We called a meeting up at Manual Arts High School, and there were 4 groups. And we all agreed that we would come together, and if any of us had problems or needed help, that the others would be there to support them in their endeavors. There's safety in numbers.
1974, Baldwin Village. 16-year-old T. Rogers and his Black P. Stone Bloods get together at his mother's house. Suddenly, a slow-moving car approaches the house.
Hey, Blood. White people were the first ones to do drive-by shootings.
Oh, no question, brother.
And they called them night riders.
Night riders.
Shoot up your entire house.
That's it.
You have to have a bankroll. You have to wear tailor-made clothes, tailor-made shoes.
The generation before us was doing it big.
Tweeries?
The Tooties, my father, Big Blue, Papa Blue, as you guys call him. Rolls Royce Shorty, Felix Mitchell.
From where Felix Mitchell used to get packs at. I'm from where Water Bowl with crack at.
Crack cocaine. It's as innocent looking as candy.
Were the tensions, similar as when drugs hit the street, or did drugs just kind of like set that tension on fire between those different?
Well,
sets?
At first it kind of almost made a bond between them. I used to go on blocks after we started selling drugs, and then you would see like Crips standing on Blood Street selling, and Blood standing on Crip streets, because it got to a point to where the money was so prevalent and everybody was so busy just trying to rake in as much money as they could.
And I came back home '84, and we went from being able to just, and it changed it because 2 things happened major. The influx of guns and a different kind of guns, and then
like the automatics.
The automatics, because we hadn't even seen automatics. We weren't even having no automatics then, and especially like what we was inflamed by the 9mm from the movie that came from New York, was King of New York, when Lawrence Fishburne had the 9mm in the King of New York. We was like, oh.
Where the chicken at, huh? Yo, Black, give me a soda? Huh? With my soda, look like? You know I like soda. What?
When crack came, all the different movies came that influenced the culture at the same time.
The cocaine that was being sold in those neighborhoods was coming from mainly one source, and this one source was being used to finance a guerrilla war in Central America.
U.S. Department funds authorized by Congress for humanitarian assistance was paid to drug traffickers. In some cases, these drug traffickers received the State Department's funds after having been indicted by federal law enforcement agencies on drug charges in other cases were the subject of pending investigations by those agencies.
Reagan's Anti-Drug Abuse Act imposed harsher sentences on crack than traditional cocaine use, leading to a decades-long debate that the law was unfairly targeting minorities and lower-income neighborhoods who couldn't afford the more expensive cocaine powder. Incarcerations in LA skyrocketed. This led to broken families, an overblown foster care system, increased violence, and a growing skid row that crippled the nation.
They give us guns and drugs, then wonder why you fuck with thugs.
Yesterday, you all were handing out pamphlets that declared an open season on the Los Angeles Police Department. Is that basically saying it's not okay to kill innocent bystanders, but it is okay to wipe out a cop?
But see, I gotta say something now. You guys are getting that pamphlet and saying it was us. We was not giving pamphlets out saying kill the police.
So the leaders of the Bloods and the Crips got
Watts
together
in the projects, yeah.
But it was just Watts. It wasn't all over LA.
Where it was growing, it wasn't all over LA, but it was growing to be that. And then, you know, George Bush and whoever that was, CIA operatives, you know, activated to make sure that didn't spread.
This is proof. When they arrested me, it was 35 cars. They took my car and did a drive-by out of my car before they brought it to the station. My car wasn't impounded. They did a drive-by out of my car.
The police took your car?
Yeah, it was special task force. They did a drive-by out of my car.
Now, how you know that?
Yeah, folks from 30 Pirus told me. We got real close.
So they went in the 30 Piru hood?
Yeah, on the way to Newton Street and shot out my car. Made it seem like we was just going back to B.
And this is doing the B Street?
Doing the B Street.
The truth started to happen. They immediately denounced it as a criminal conspiracy.
They don't want to see it. This is all truth. This is blood and Crip. They want it. This is black.
In my mind, it's a social miracle, and the people who organized the truth are the real heroes.
That's when I saw the use of propaganda in 1992 of misinformation being passed through the community.
Every news organization in the city got this leaflet, which was saying that the gangs were going to unite with the Nation of Islam.
It looks as though we are killing each other. White folks have nothing to do with this. But when you see the weapons that we're using, Uzis, made in Israel, AK-47, made in China, street sweepers, and we don't have no import, export. We're not gun runners. White folks bringing guns in, feeding them to black gangs, inspiring the black gangs to kill each other. Even the police themselves are involved in every city.
Keep my eyes wide, east side high risers, west side low riders, vest with the faux fire. Yes, I for show fire, DIP low rider, see police slow to ride. See squally nigga.
Really what you see in this dude is how the CIA used his face, and that's what they still doing. They used his face, moved him through the prison systems to start the gangs, and then get in the New York streets to create a CIA made gang.
So think about that. Before he even started the Bloods, you understand what I'm saying? He was already a rat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing to the homies or nothing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They not saying niggas ain't real right and all that, but before he even started, in the oath, it was probably, I never read the oath or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But it was probably something with no snitching involved in there. You understand what I'm saying? And before all that, he had already told.
New York Bloods here started July 16th, 1993.
So, but you just took the name then?
No. We didn't take the name. What happened was OG Mac was affiliated out west. You feel me?
Who's OG Mac?
OG Mac is the founder of the New York City Bloods. Out west, they're just blood. They don't have no acronym. See, New York, because of our intellect, our intelligence, we put an acronym.
Won't be able to say that, man.
What's wrong with you, man?
What you mean?
What do you mean intellect? All right, B.
Yes, because we were gods, man. And this is with T. Rogers. I don't know, T. Rogers is the godfather of the Black Peace Stone Bloods. We used to build, we used to vibe. And he was like, yo, matter of fact, get the Feds magazine 2008. You'll see. He said, yo, man, New York was known as God bodies. We's intelligent. We dealt with the knowledge, you feel me? That's why majority of the first Bloods were God bodies.
We go to the yard. Listen, we go to the yard, so we spin to the yard. I got like 80 niggas. I got like 80 to 100 niggas behind me. And I'm looking, and I know these niggas God body. Yo, what the fuck is you doing over here? They're like, nah, son, I've been Blood. What?
So you knew gang members, Crips or Bloods, that were really working with the government.
Because it's not like that. I mean, some of it is like that, but other ones is like it's snitches, and if you don't do this, if you don't go do this thing, we're gonna violate you. Or it's fake, gang, police dressed up like this, hollering blood and kill a Crip, you know what I'm saying? Or hollering Crip and kill a Blood, and then it's back on.
You feel me? Ain't no time, no Fed, no CIA joined the hood. Nigga might have got caught up later. Nigga might have got put right on and start snitching from the beginning. But still, that's yourself. That's not them doing it. That's you doing it to you. You, me, we is the problem.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me. Got the